people
he got the
watched
shares.
this fight.
That Charlo thing
26
might have actually
million.
broken through.
26 million, Lee. 26 million people got into DAZN. All right? No, it's not just Mayweather who does big numbers.
You
here.
understand what I'm saying? Like, do I think that people are going to talk about Charlo? I think in the fight community, all the way to MMA, they're going to talk about the Charlo fight. Do I think they're going to go back and watch the fight because of it? No. Now, if they are smart and put the whole fight up or rounds or a highlight package, right, and put it out there, that would be to their best interest. If I was the social media team for the PBC, I'm literally creating a greatest hits that literally makes it look like Charlo dominated every single round and every second of the fight, and float that out there so that it's out floating around on social media, because that will get clicks, that will get shares.
I totally hear you. It's even like, remember when I could have swore 5-10 years ago, tap out shirts was the hottest thing. Now I know the young man died, the guy creator of that shirt died, but no one took up the tap out community or the business and said, hey, this thing's a moneymaker. Let's tap out stickers on the back of cars. I mean, the shit used to be really big, and it's just not that anymore. And Dana White needs to start doing matchmaking a little bit better. The whole theory of, we just have everyone fight each other doesn't work when everybody's losing. It only works when you have guys that people can follow. I know the UFC fan base doesn't care about wins or losses, but in a lot of ways they do. And you see that with the sport. The ticket prices aren't as high. They don't make as much money on the gates. The pay-per-view's really unheard of now. I don't remember the last time I heard a pay-per-view number even come over the media feed of they did 2 million buys tonight. You used to hear 2 million buys in a UFC fight all the fucking time. It was like these guys did 1 million plus every time they put something out there. And I believe it was every other month too. That's what made them hot also. It was like a pay-per-view driven sport back then. And don't see that anymore. So all I'm saying is Dana White's matchmaking, I question it a little. I like that he forced all of his guys to fight. But in the overall landscape of the business, don't know if it was really good for the sport. That's why you have these guys in boxing that are matchmakers that can put a guy's career together and make them a lot of money and also give the fans the fights they want to see. That's what Dana needs a little bit more of.
Feel better?
Yeah, I feel better.
Badou Jack takes on Marcus Browne. Good Lord, this is a marathon show. Badou Jack takes on Marcus Browne, finalized for Pacquiao-Broner. Do you care about this fight, Andrew?
Look at Marcus Browne, undefeated PBC prospect. I don't know what to expect from these guys anymore. These guys go to this company as prospects. They fight tomato cans for 2 years. Now he's getting his shot at the champ. I don't really know. I like Badou Jack. I told you, the guy won me over. In the beginning, it just looked like he was going to be a Mayweather bust. He put on a hell of a run here. Now he has 2 draws, James DeGale and his last fight with Adonis Stevenson. I thought he won both fights, and this is me not thinking that highly of the guy. So Badou Jack is serious. He's real. He's dedicated to the sport. He fights all the opposition that people want to see him fight. And this fight with Marcus Browne is another fight that people in the PBC wanted to see because Browne, like so many, he's had that undefeated record. They're always hyping him up as an Al Haymon PBC prospect. Well, here's the shot now. Browne versus Jack. For us PBC diehards that follow this stable, yes, this is an excellent fight to Pacquiao-Broner. Matter of fact, Lee, if Browne shows up, this is the main fight of that night. Pacquiao-Broner are 2 gatekeepers. Pacquiao-Broner is not the elite of the welterweight division anymore. These guys get mollywopped by anybody in the top 3.
Hold on, I'm not going to let that one go. Mollywopped?
Yes, that means destroyed, okay. Lee. That means destroyed. It's a no question. I don't even know if Adrian Broner is a welterweight. That's how bad I have him at 147. But Badou Jack, Marcus Browne, they've been the top of the food chain for a while now. Now they're meeting. Let's go.
Mollywop, all one word, MOLLYWHOP from the Urban Dictionary. When a grown man beats another grown man as if he were a girl under the age of 10. Getting mollywopped is not a regular beatdown, but a beating where the victim is so physically or mentally incapable of fighting back, they go down like a bitch. Definition number 2. When a man beats another person using only the head of their penis, see Mushroom Stamp for the best example. An imprint of the penis head should be visible for a minimum of 2 days later.
You're not serious.
Here is a definition. You should see Debo mollywop that faggot. He stomped a mud hole in his ass.
What?
Or, from definition number 2, her face was so covered in mushroom stamps after that mollywhopping, it looked like she had an allergic reaction to dick. See, this show's educational, kids.
Kelly King, you just learned something today. He says we always teach him something, Lee. He's always surprised. Mollywop. Mushroom dick their face? What'd you say?
I just read Urban Dictionary. Go ahead and type that in, kids. Have fun with it. Canelo could headline in Mexico in 2019, says De La Hoya. Golden Boy Promotion CEO Oscar De La Hoya, you know, we just talked about him for an hour, is determined to stage an event in Mexico City. Why? They don't have any money. At the start of the year, De La Hoya plans to sit down with Mexican authorities and venue officials for a possible December fight. Canelo made his East Coast debut on Saturday night, where he demonstrated rocky fielding to capture the WBA regular super middleweight title in Madison Square Garden. Canelo is now scheduled to return on May 4th in Las Vegas as part of Cinco de Mayo weekend. And then he intends to fight in September for Mexican Independence Day. De La Hoya loves the idea of ending the year with Canelo making his return to Mexico. The truth is, it's music for my ears. The Estadio Azteca as Canelo and Canelo Alvarez. It sounds nice. And now it can be made a reality with DAZN and the new digital platform. It can become a reality, said De La Hoya. We're going to talk about it after this fight, after the festivities, yada, yada, yada. I'm going to talk to Stadium Azteca, blah, blah, blah. Okay, Andrew. Go ahead. Reaction.
Oh, there's not too much of a reaction. 26 million streamed the fight. Maybe they're thinking if they put him in Mexico, they get a few extra million, right, out of the just for him not fighting here in America. I don't know what to say about it. I will say, does Vegas have to be nervous because of this new streaming app thing and the power that it's allowing these fighters and promoters to have? 26 million tuned in at $10 a subscription, right? These guys are doing fine already. If Vegas doesn't basically cater to everything De La Hoya wants, why would you put the fight there? Wait, they're going to give you $8 million? It's a big fucking deal. What is $8 million after everyone had their hands in it? Before, this used to be big money. Today, this doesn't sound like big money. It's just the way it's turning. But that 26 million views, that's a real number. That means they can go fight anywhere in the world, and they're going to get 26 million views? If I'm the casinos, I'm getting a little nervous on this. The network's already bailed out. They couldn't keep up. And that's an astonishing number, Lee, of $10. What's 10 times 26 million? You're looking at $2 billion, aren't you? $2.6 billion? Am I lying when I say that?
I think.
And we'll say that half of them, even if you say half of them, unsubscribe, right? You got a month for free, so they watch the fight. Now they unsubscribe, so they don't give the $10. Bro, that still leaves them $1.something billion, okay, that they're going to get every month. They literally doubled their income signing this kid. They only made $500 a month before Canelo. That's what was reported on all the reports when they signed Canelo. This company makes $500 million a month on subscriptions. So I don't know. I think this story has more to do with the casinos than it has actually to do with Canelo. I'm just saying, I think they can go anywhere. If Macau wants to fight, what if Macau offers them $20 million? Vegas better step up because they're gone. They don't need Las Vegas anymore, just like they don't need HBO. You guys, I don't know if any of you guys noticed, the UK is way more popular, too, in boxing right now. De La Hoya could take some of these fights over there and make a shit load of money, too, selling out like every fight. That's why that story's in there, but we'll keep moving. You don't think it's real?
What?
You don't think it's real that the casinos could be a little nervous right now on De La Hoya saying, hey, Canelo's one of their ticket sellers. Lee, Canelo
I'm going to tell you why we saw it last.
Seller. What are you talking about here?
And I'm going to tell you why. MGM was on the mat last night buying, subscription time and Fox TV time. Like, MGM sponsored a couple of the fights last night. No, I don't think they're...
For who?
You didn't see that MGM sponsored the fight?
Saul Alvarez brings 2 million people to your city, though, right? If you have 2 fights a year with Saul Alvarez headlining in Las Vegas, they do very good numbers with that young man, and they've carried his whole career. Now, his last fight was in New York, right? Madison Square Garden. It wasn't even in Vegas, and now your promoter's saying I want his next fight next year to be in Mexico. Vegas has to be going, hey, wait a minute.
And I'm going to tell you why.
All right. Okay.
Stop.
He's out. Okay.
A convention for SEMA draws more people than a fight, right? Mm-hmm. Doesn't it?
All right. Okay. Lee, if that was the case, they wouldn't be giving promoters $8 million, $11 million to come and fight at their casino.
You get that people are flying in to watch hockey at that arena.
Do they give the Golden Knights money to play there, though? They might give them breaks, but they're not giving them cash to get the game.
I understand. I'm not saying boxing is going away. They just don't need it like they used to. Like, there was not, like 5 years ago, 10 years ago, there was nothing but boxing in Vegas. You got a stadium going in. You got a brand new AAA baseball team that went in.
I know.
You've got a pro hockey team going in.
Down. I know, because tourism is down. Gambling is down. You're absolutely right on all that. You're absolutely right on why they have adopted all of these American sports all of a sudden. Now they want stadiums everywhere. But that shows you that's because tourism is down. They do
a month of hillbilly redneck Christmas and bull riding shit now because it draws.
And that brings in a lot. Yes, and that brings in a lot. I hear you. But boxing still has a print on the Vegas Strip.
Look, it's as ingrained as anything. There's a reason Top Rank's located in Vegas. Yes. I'm with you on that. But do I think it's a bread and butter? Look, I would say in 2019, if I had to pick a place as the epicenter of boxing in the United States, it's Brooklyn. And that's me being reasonable on the topic. Brooklyn has hosted more fights than any other location right now. It feels like to me.
Canelo. Yeah, that's because of the PBC.
But
that has nothing boxing, to do
Andrew.
with
and they've got
them. No. I don't know about that one. All I'm saying is Canelo is a ticket seller for Vegas. I'm not talking about anybody else but Saul Alvarez. When you put Saul Alvarez on a Las Vegas billboard, shit happens. And now Oscar's pulling them from there. I don't think they're happy about it.
Look, if you can get him to fight in 3 major locations in 2019, it's good for Canelo. It's good for boxing. He is your current Mayweather. Until he loses to Triple G. Right?
And not good for Vegas. We're talking about money being lost in the sports books, right? How many boxer fans are bettors? So if you take 50,000, right? 60,000 people out of the casino. That's a lot of money that isn't being bet at the sports book. I'm just saying.
I'm with you.
So that's all that point of that story was. MGM's got to be calling Oscar going, hey, fuckface, you going to bring him back here anytime soon? I know we got all this other shit going on. But the boxing world brings a good portion of fans to that city when it's a big fight. And Canelo, he's basically in big fights all the time with the Mexican fan base. That's all I'm saying. We'll move on.